Okay.
No, actually, I hugged him, and that's when he said, "You're finally ready to have sex with me." And then the next night, I hugged him good night. So this is 2 hugs. I hugged him good night, and that's when he kept me in his room.
Okay. So the first time you hugged him, he said, "Hey, you hugged me. I think you're ready to have sex with me."
Basically, yes.
Okay. And then the next night, you go and do the exact same thing again.
The exact same thing, though. It wasn't at night the first time I hugged him. It was at midday.
Okay.
The second time I just hugged him to say good night.
Okay, so the first time during the midday, according to your testimony, he's aroused by you and he says, "Well, we should have sex." This is in the middle of the day, right?
Yes.
But the next time you go to hug him again, this time at night.
Yes.
And in his room.
Yes.
And you go to tell him good night.
Yes.
Okay. And at this point, that's when the first time you guys had sex, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And where was that at?
That was in Atlanta, Georgia.
In Atlanta. Okay. So you indicated that to the state that you originally didn't want a sexual relationship with him, but you ultimately did have a sexual relationship with him, right?
Yes.
Okay. To the point where you tattooed his name on your body, right? We packed your bags and you're getting ready to leave, right?
Yes.
Okay. You've called an Uber.
Yes.
Okay. The Uber is outside according to your testimony.
Yes, they
Okay.
came outside after a while, yes.
Who came outside
The
for
Uber.
Okay. The Uber's outside the house.
Yes.
Okay. Are you speaking with Kelly at this time?
Of course, because we was able to book the Uber together.
Okay. Kelly booked you an Uber. You've been hit in the back of the head twice.
And also in the front in my face.
In your face.
So 4 times I was hit that night.
All by Miss Zoka, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. You've been threatened about all this, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you're outside. As a matter of fact, I think you testified earlier you have 2 bags outside, right?
It's not, yes.
It's outside the house.
Yes.
Okay. And you're outside barefooted,
Yes.
right? You've called Kelly and said, "Kelly, this is just a bad situation for me," right?
I text her.
I'm trying to get out of here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so, but for some reason, you're outside, and according to your testimony, I'm almost in the Uber, about to get in the Uber, right?
Yes. Yes.
The door is open to it.
Yes.
They're sitting right there.
Yes.
You're outside the house,
Yes.
but you go all the way back inside.
Yes.
Leave your bags outside.
Yes.
You go all the way back up, not to the first floor, but you go back up to the second floor.
Yes.
And when you go back up, your goal is to hug Mr. Bishop again.
Yes, and to say goodbye and rush off, yes.
To say goodbye to him.
Yes.
After you, based on your testimony earlier, the prior hugs led to sex.
Well,
That's what you testified to, right?
Yes.
Okay. But you go back inside knowing that when you hugged him before, it led to sex. Now you're going inside and you're hugging him again at night after you witness all this violence, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. And you go into his bedroom.
No, I don't go into his bedroom.
Where do you go to?
I was in front of his bedroom. Well, at the end of the stairs, at the top of the stairs, there's his bedroom door. And
Okay.
that's where I was, at the top of the stairs.
Okay. And was he standing there when you got there?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's when you and he go into his room, correct?
To whose room?
To Mr. Bishop's room.
No.
What room did you go into?
He pulled me into the room across the hall, which was the girls' room.
And I just want to go say bye. So I go upstairs and I say bye. He says, "I love you." I say, "I love you too." And I start crying and I'm about to go back downstairs. And I'm going back downstairs at this point. I'm about going upstairs. And he's like, "Come here." And then he, takes my hand and he's taking me into other rooms. And at this point, he's looking me in my eyes and telling me this and that and third. We make love.
So he physically was not going to let you leave.
He let me into the other room. He led me into the other room. That's when then he made love to me.